Wonderful ASMR. Lightning, lightning. 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 One of my first challenges as a teacher was trying to help a student named KJ. Teachers joke that kids run on the walls. Well, KJ actually could. He was like lightning, hitting all areas of the room, starting little fires. All the time. His parents were great. KJ was great. But still, his impulsiveness interrupted the flow of class constantly. It was draining. But one day, KJ's lightning was different. We were on an outdoor field trip, and the kids were struggling to finish a snowshoe hike through the snow. Everyone was complaining. I can't do it, Mr. Ike. It's too hard. When are we gonna be done? My legs hurt. That's when KJ stepped in. He was everywhere, encouraging every classmate with a gentle kindness and energy I cannot replicate. Sometimes you'll work with someone and try to get so caught up in what you're trying to do, you end up missing the traits that are going to make someone truly special. Truly special. Truly special. And for KJ, it was his lightning. The ability to be everywhere, all at once. But especially when people needed him the most. Special. The power of lightning. The power to be everywhere, all at once. Everything at once. Lightning. It's your special gift. Special gift. Silly pants. Silly pants. SILLYBandz. Silly pants. Silly pants. My third year teaching 6th grade, I had a student named Rachel, who was one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. She had silly bands, those small and well-shaped rubber bands, up to her elbows most days. And a giggle that would make you want to join in on the fun. But those giggles came and went as Rachel bounced back and forth between living with Dad, then Mom, then Uncle, then grandparents. She often looked disheveled and was constantly losing things. Her silly bands, her books, her backpack. It was to the point where most days she came with nothing. So I made a plan. Hey, Rachel, I made you a backpack you can keep at school. It's got everything you need, and I even put a few silly plants in there. It will be here for you every day. Rachel dug into the backpack. It's mine, she said. here at home? Yeah, it's yours, but I think you mean keep it here at school. I corrected. Well, the classroom is my home, she replied. I'm here more than any other place. There are days at work where it feels like work, but there are other days when I swear I am within an extended family. That's what I think about when I see silly pants. The classroom isn't just a classroom. For some, it's home. It's home. It's home. It's home. For some, it's home. For some, I'm tracing with a pencil. H-O-M-E-O. The story is making moves. There was a buzz among many of my students because that night was the final night for baseball tryouts. Dude, I'm gonna make the A team for sure, one kid said. And I'll be a starting pitcher, of course, overheard another say. One of my students, Barrett, had his heart set on making that top team too. I've been working hard, Mr. Ike, so I think I really got a good shot. A few days later, the kids came to school, and the tone among them, all of them, was different, and I could guess why. They must have released the results from tryouts. There were many kids who were just as pumped as before. I'm on the A team again, one said. I told you I'll make it. Unfortunately, Barrett didn't have that same energy, but what he did have, I will never forget. During class that day, Barrett was writing in his notebook instead of reading. Hey, Barrett, what are you up to? I asked. I didn't make the A team, so I'm making a list of things I need to do to get better, he said. I'm making moves next year, Mr. Ike. I'm making moves. In the face of disappointment after a long build-up of suspense, it can be really easy to slip into a pace where you can't see your own dreams anymore. But what we need to remember is believing in yourself, as hard as it can be sometimes, is the first step to achieving whatever it is that you want to do. This is how failure works too. You are still making moves toward your goal. Sometimes you just don't realize it until much later. I want to ask, did this remind you of any dreams that you've had in the past or are contemplating about in the future? Baby blanket. BABYBLANK. using all my teacher's tools to test. The first day of school, he made a name for himself by running down the hallway with a Sharpie on the wall, and his reputation didn't get any better after that. Incident after incident, outburst after outburst, each one was just a major disruption. But the second week of school, we asked students to bring in something they wanted to share with the class so we could get to know each other better. When it was Adrian's turn, he showed the class his baby blanket. "This is my special blanket," he said. "My mom gave it to me when I was born, and I snuggle with it every night, and it reminds me of how much she loves me." This reminds me of a baby blue blanket with a teddy bear that was for my brother when I was a baby. As much as some students and adults complicate my day and sometimes make it difficult, they are someone's baby. So when I'm frustrated with someone's behavior, the baby blanket comes to mind. The person was at one time a small child, and no matter who they are or where they come from, the one thing that a kid needs most from me is the love they deserve, and that I can give that all day. Erasers. ERASERS. I was teaching 6th grade, and one of my students, Andre, was on a mission. "I'm starting my own business, Mr. Ike." "Oh?" I said. "What for?" "Erasers," he said. "Custom-made erasers." Andre told me how he liked to carve names into the side of those big pink erasers. So he was gonna start selling them. Custom pink erasers. I watched him set shop in the hallway where all middle school transactions take place. But opening day was not successful, nor was the second or any day for that week. "Why is nobody buying my erasers?" he said in disgust one afternoon. "What am I doing wrong?" But that next day, he sold one. He actually sold one. The next day, a few more. By the end of this week, Andre had a business. This is more than a successful small business story, though. Andre had a passion for custom-made erasers, which, to be frank, I didn't see a market for. But he stuck with it and finally found what most of us are looking for: an audience. What do you think the theme of this story is? What can we learn from Andre? Caterpillar. CATPILLOW. I was at home teaching class online during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. All teachers had to create something called a single hour dedicated to helping students, which meant we had to keep our video call open the entire time. No one ever showed up except for Tessa. She didn't need help with any classwork. Tessa was there for one thing: to chat. I will be honest, teaching online was a miserable experience for me. Anytime I could get away from the screen, I took the chance. Most days, I hoped Tessa wouldn't show up so that I could have a moment to myself. But my opinion about that changed one day when Tessa showed up to my office hours crying. "Is there anything I can do?" I said, even though I was on the screen, miles away. "I'm having a really hard time being home," she said. "Can you tell me a silly story? My neighbor says you told them to her class when you were her teacher." So I told Tessa a story while she laid on her bed and snuggled a cat pillow. A pillow with cats on it. I've tried my best to analyze the story for a greater lesson. I've decided it doesn't need to have one. It's just something I want to remember. And I wanted to share it with you. Okay, this is random, but my brother was saying how my voice sounds like Lit sounds when he's sleeping. I guess he's super sensitive, and yeah, it's just for fun, just for funsies, you know. Kitty cat. So the last title of this book is called Snail. We were celebrating the end of our writing unit. To do this, students were making clay sculptures of where their story took place. They had 5 days to complete them in class. Daniela was on pace to finish in 5 years. To be fair, she wasn't distracted or causing problems. She was diligent, careful. "My mom says I am a snail," Daniela told me. "She tells me to hurry up a lot." "Oh, really?" I said. "How do you feel about that?" "I don't know," Daniela shrugged. "I guess I just like going at the speed I'm going." Daniela finally finished one day. It didn't take her 5 years to complete it, but it felt that way. If you compared her sculpture to the rest, it didn't stand out one way or another. But since I got to watch her make it, I viewed it much differently than the others. We live in a time where everything is fast. Fast food, fast delivery, faster internet speeds. I think we start to believe everything we do should be done at the same pace. There may be deadlines or things you need to get done, but I am starting to think that the best approaches aren't necessarily the fast ones or the slow ones.